What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you an amazing Binance futures trading tutorial, how you can turn $100 into $10,000 trading with this specific strategy. Yes, that may sound like an amazing thing to do. Of course it is. However, this strategy is going to give you the safest and the most reasonable chance in order to achieve that goal. So as always guys, sit back, relax, and get ready for the video. Alright guys, welcome back to another video and thank you for joining me once again. As always, I want to say a massive thank you for all your support on these videos. It's amazing, and I'm going to be posting even more videos in the next coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already liked today's video, drop a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and tick that notification bell so you get notified about my next video. So before we get into today's video guys, if you haven't already got yourself a Binance account, all you have to do is scroll down on today's video and you can see you can get up to a $600 bonus by clicking my link right there. If you haven't already learned how to use Binance, there will be a link down below as well on a full, complete beginner's tutorial guide, step by step, to walk you through exactly how to set everything up, exactly how to make everything as safe as possible for your account. So go ahead and check that out. That's linked down below, and also make yourself a Binance account. So this is going to be a trading tutorial guide on Binance futures. If you don't already know what futures are, I do have videos on my channel about that, and I'll be posting more in the future, but it basically allows you to leverage the money which you have. Of course, for experienced traders, you should definitely know how to trade before doing this. Once you've made yourself an account with Binance using the link down below, go over to derivatives and come down here and click on USD M futures, and this is what we're going to be using in today's video. Once you've gone ahead and clicked USD M futures, it's going to load up a page like this. Now you should already be familiar with the trading page on Binance. If you're not, again, watch that tutorial right now. So once you get onto this screen, you want to go ahead and flip over to Trading View right there. So it looks exactly like this. Now you can use Trading View on a separate tab. That is perfectly fine as well, but for the purpose of this Binance futures video, I'm going to be using the built-in Trading View integration which they have on their website. So there's a couple things we need to do. First of all, we need to change the candles to Heikin-Ashi. So we just come over to this section here and click Heikin-Ashi. You may ask, why am I doing this? Well, Heikin-Ashi candles, when you trade with them, it actually allows the overall market direction and the trend of the candlesticks to become a lot easier to understand. And if we take a look at this diagram right here, we can see this is from the British pound to yen, but it still shows the same example. We can see right here, you can clearly identify strong downtrends and strong uptrends. So we can see here, if we are in a strong downtrend, there is no upper shadow. That means there are no wicks on the upper side of this candle, and we are only seeing wicks to the downside and solid candles showing like so. And we can see when we start to have these wicks here, even like here, the trend starts to kind of smooth out and slow down a little bit. The same on when we are seeing an uptrend. We can see right here, no lower shadow. There are no wicks towards the lower side. And again, when we start to see these wicks here, like so, we can understand that the trend is smoothing out. And of course, this is very valuable information when you are a trader. So yeah, let's go back over to this right now, and we have made our Heikin-Ashi candles. Then what we want to go and do, we want to add the moving average. So come up to this technical indicator tab right there and just type MA. Once you've done that, you can click on it and it will add it to the chart. And then we can see right here, it will come up right there. And we can then click this settings icon. Once we click the settings icon, we want to change this to 200. It will be a 200 moving average. We want to change the style right here to yellow. We want to slide this bar 100% opacity and increase the thickness a little bit, which is always nice. Once we have done that, we now have the moving average on the chart. Now, a moving average just basically smooths out the price. In this case, over the 200 period. If this was on the daily chart, this would be the 200 daily moving average. We are going to be using this strategy on the hourly and the 4-hourly chart though. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do right now. So the basic essence of the 200 moving average, why we want it on the chart, is because it can identify different terms and different changes in trend. For example, if we take a look right here, we can see that we see a massive bounce on this 200 moving average. We see a lot of support along this level and then a massive bounce exactly from this area. Once we see a bounce from this 200 moving average, we see a massive explosion in the price. So we can see right here the price jumps up around 10% over the space of just a few hours as we are on the hourly chart. And that's what we are experiencing right here from the 200 moving average. And it works the same, vice versa. When we see when we see right here, we get rejected, we come up, we test the 200 moving average, we then get rejected, and we see a large decrease in price to the downside, again, 2 to 3%. And this is why we want to have the 200 moving average on the chart, because even if we apply this on the lower time frames, I wouldn't really use it below the 1 hour time frame because it can be a little bit unreliable. And of course, the daily or the weekly, it's even more reliable. But that's the basic premise of why we're using the 200 moving average. So now we want to add the second indicator. And again, this is a very, very simple trading strategy, guys. It's nothing revolutionary. It just simply works. We then want to come up here to trend indicator, and we want to type in stochastic, or you can just type in RSI, and then we want to choose the stochastic RSI like so. Then this will pop up on the lower end of our chart. We then click settings, and we want to adjust this just a little bit. So we want to change the colors a little bit on the percent K line, which is the first one. The blue line is the percent K line. We want to change this to a blue right there. Increase the opacity to 100%, and then we want to click to make the thickness a little bit thicker. Then we want to do the percent D line right here. Again, we want to make it orange, we want to increase the opacity right there, and we want to increase the thickness just a little bit. Then if you want to as well, you can change this line here to dotted line, and this one here to dotted line, and then we can click OK. So it should be looking a little bit like this. We can see right there, it's looking pretty nice, easy to understand, and we can see everything is easy to follow. Now we want to search for examples of how we can trade. So the basic premise of this trading principle is to long the Bitcoin price or long the price when we are above the 200 moving average and short the price when we are below the 200 moving average. And also when it comes to the stochastic RSI, what we want to do is we want to enter a long position when the stochastic RSI is oversold right here, and we want to enter a short position when the stochastic RSI is overbought right here. So basically these stochastic lines right here, if we are above this upper level of the dotted line right here, this means that we are overbought, and most likely we'll be seeing a reverse in price, so the price should go down. And again, if we are right here, we can see if we are below this lower level of the dotted line, this means we are oversold. And if we are oversold, most likely there'll be a trend reversal, and we will see the price go towards the upside. So let's take a look at an example. If you didn't already understand that, just play the video back and go ahead and take a look at it. So this first example will be a long position. So again, there's a few things that we need to take into account for this long position. The first one is we have to be above the 200 moving average. Now I'm on the hourly chart. We can see we are above the 200 moving average. Again, we need to make sure the stochastic is in an oversold position. So that means we need to be below the dotted line. This means there's the potential for the price to push up and the price or the stochastic to then push into the overbought category. So now we can see right here, we have the price right there. It's currently at $20,800, and then we are also in the oversold category, and this allows us to enter this trade. Now we can see the trade, we of course we go into the profit because we entered above the 200 moving average, so most likely the trend is upwards. Then we have the stochastic right here in the oversold position, and then also if you want to just triply make sure, because we are using those Heikin-Ashi candles, you can in fact check that we do have more than one bullish Heikin-Ashi candle. We can see this is the first one here where you could have entered. We wait for the second one, which is right here. The second one, which is right here, and then we entered on this Heikin-Ashi candle. And then again, like I said in the start, this is just going to be a simple way to make profit trading. We want to set a 3% profit, and we want to set around a 1.5% stop loss or a 1% stop loss. This will give you around a 2 risk-reward ratio trade. And if you're making 2 to 3 to 4 of these per day, this can be a very, very profitable strategy. And again, we see the profit come to 3%. Yes, we could have taken even more, up to 7 or 8%. However, we do not want to get greedy, or in my opinion, of course, it's not financial advice, but it's best not to get greedy when trading, as that can really hurt you. Again, let's take a look at this example right here. And again, you can see the price skyrockets after this example, but that's not what we're here to do. This is not the trading style of this video. This is simply get in, get your profit, and get out on a constant basis. Again, we can see right here, we have the price, we are above the 200 moving average right here on the hourly chart. We are in an oversold position right here. And again, you can enter on this second candlestick if you want it to be even more sure. We have the first bullish Heikin-Ashi, the second bullish Heikin-Ashi. We enter, we take a 3% profit. We set our stop loss for 1.5%. Again, a 2 risk-reward ratio trade. And this is another profitable trade which has been made. So we can see this is a very, very simple method of trading. However, over the long term, doing this over the next few weeks, few months, on Binance Futures, it can be very, very profitable. And again, if you want to learn how to enter these trades over here on Binance Futures, just check out this video which I was talking about in the beginning. I will be releasing a Binance Futures tutorial in the future. However, it's pretty much the same, apart from you're just adding leverage right here, which we can see. As long as you make sure the leverage is isolated like so, and you want to add, if you're just starting out, you want to add around a 5% leverage, somewhere on that range at the maximum. Of course, when you get a bit more confident, you can increase the leverage, and so on and so on. So that will be an example of a long position. So now let's take a look at a short position. This is the opposite of longing. When we go short, we basically enter at a specific price and we bet that the price is going to go down. So it's the complete opposite of a long position. So right now we need to make sure the price is below the 200 moving average, and we also need to make sure that stochastic RSI is in an overbought area. So we are in the upper level right here. Then if we want to be triply sure, we then want to make sure we have more than one bearish or red candlestick on the Heikin-Ashi candles. So just check that these candles are in fact on Heikin-Ashi. In fact, now they are not. So this is where we need to change it. All right, so now we've changed the candlesticks to Heikin-Ashi. We can actually find an example, and I found this one right here. So as I said before, we need to make sure that we are below the 200 moving average. We are in an overbought area position right here, which we are, and there are multiple bearish Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. So let's take a look at this example, and this example takes a little bit longer time frame to play out. However, if we are still in our trade and we haven't hit the stop loss, then it does not matter. So we can see right here we enter below. We had previously overbought stochastic right there. However, we were waiting for the a second bearish candlestick on the Heikin-Ashi, and B, we were waiting for it to just cross below once again this 200 moving average. And we can see we entered right here when we had the confirmation, and the price played out a little bit. We came up, we touched again the 200 moving average, we came up, we touched it again, and finally we hit our profit of around 3%. And again, this is an example of a short position. And if we have our leverage set at 5x or 10x, whatever it may be, again, this will be a profitable trade. So you can see whatever direction you are in fact trading, whether it be towards the upside, whether it be towards the downside, with this tactic, you can in fact make some great profit. So I hope this video has been very useful. As always, guys, if you haven't already signed up for your Binance account, I really recommend signing up with the link down below. You're going to get the best bonus available, and also I recommend checking out this trading tutorial. You can go over to my home channel, my homepage right here on my channel, scroll down, and there are many Binance videos that you can watch as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.